It's
in
never
three,
good.
2, 1, here we go. Nah, yeah, dude, it's bad. First off, before we even get into any of the hobby talk, I realized yesterday, dude, I'm getting old, man.
I have no idea.
I was mopping the floor and I pulled a muscle in my lower back so bad. Like literally, I was like, "Oh, dude," I was like, I mean, I couldn't bend over. I had to like stand straight up, finish mopping the floor, put it like just set it up against the wall and just laid on the couch. I
Been
was
there.
I was wrecked
Happened to
all
me
night
once.
yesterday.
Dude,
Just mopping the floor, man.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to me when it happened, but this was actually during post-grad, like graduate school. I think I went to the gym and I walked home in the cold, and the next morning I woke up and I like couldn't walk. I got up to try to go to the bathroom and I fell to the floor. And I was crawling to the bathroom because I
That's
pulled
like some
something in my
Shawn
lower back.
Michaels stuff, man.
And
That's what Shawn Michaels did that.
I was like, just freaking trying to make it
Yeah.
to the bathroom.
Dude,
And I
man, it
hadn't.
was rough. Like I'm stolen, like I can still it's not as bad as it was yesterday, but like when I hit that muscle right there, I can just feel it instantly. I'm like,
Uh,
God, I'm getting
Getting
old,
old,
man.
man. Every time I get up or get down now, I make noises. Just like, oh,
Walking up the stairs, my knees hurt, man. My knees hurt.
gotta hold the railing and then take a deep breath at the top.
Yeah, there's no more running up the stairs anymore. There's just no more running up the stairs, man. They hurt. Yeah.
Insane.
But
Sad.
I want to real quick. I said I wanted to talk a little wrestling real quick, man. But first, let's roll the intro. Yeet. Because right before we start, yeah. Well, as you know, Clash at Paris just happened this past Sunday. Well,
Sure.
you didn't watch it?
No,
It
I
was
did
on
not.
Peacock. I think that's the last pay-per-view that Peacock is doing for WWE. And then it's moving to
ESPN.
fucking ESPN, man.
Mm-hmm.
WWE just screwed us all, man. And for what? Just for the money. You probably took a huge deal. Clearly ESPN gave you more money than Peacock was willing to give you. And now you're going to charge everybody $30 a month to watch your goddamn pay-per-views. I hope your viewership just plummets.
Me too.
I hope Triple H and TKO and all of them look back and go, this was a really bad move. Like it was a bad move. We should have stayed with Peacock.
Yeah, they should have.
Because like, what are you doing? You're gonna charge everyone $30 and now like, but then did you see what Stephanie did on a podcast or whatever? She was on some type of show. She talked about like, oh, if you have a VPN, just change your location to Canada and you can
She
watch it
said
all
that?
for free. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, Stephanie.
And I'm like,
Not a good pillow talk night.
uh, isn't that like not good for your deal with ESPN?
Triple H will be pissed.
Because you can get a VPN for like dirt cheap, change your location to Canada, and then you can now watch on Netflix Raw, SmackDown, and the live pay-per-views. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying, man.
Thanks, Steph. Thank you,
I
Stephanie.
but I was watching Clash at Paris, man, and first off, pay-per-view was way too long. That was like too long, man. I laid on the couch for like over 3 hours. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the John Cena versus Logan Paul match, holy shit, man. It was great. It
Really?
was so good. And I know how people feel about Logan Paul. You know, I bring him up in the chat. It's not it's not made for great conversation in the chat when I talk about Logan Paul. But I'm gonna tell you, as a WWE superstar and a WWE wrestler, Logan Paul is must-see TV. He is must-see TV from his promos, his in-ring ability. I mean, he's been like full-time wrestling, I think probably for like maybe a year, maybe. I mean, and it's just incredible. And that match with him and John Cena was a phenomenal match. It was so great. I mean, he put Cena to the limit in that
Damn.
match. Yeah. And then, so right before we were started recording, every Wednesday, Logan puts out his vlogs. And the cool thing about it is he vlogs his trips for WWE. So he'll vlog the matches. He'll have his cameramen like actually recording the matches and everything. He'll put little snippets into his vlogs. He'll do some behind the scenes stuff, and he'll talk about it. And yeah, I've been really getting into a lot of his vlogs because of that. And then I was like, well, I'm like, let me see if he's got a wrestling card yet. Like, does he have a WWE card? And so there's a story online. So apparently at some card show, I think it was a kid or somebody approached him and showed him a WWE card and says, this is your like official rookie card. Do you want to sign it? And Logan looked at the card and went, I don't think that's like real. Like I don't think it's real. Like he was like, it's way too early for me to already have like an officially licensed WWE card. And so he refused to sign it. He was like, I'm not going to
Oh
sign it.
wow.
Like, I don't think this is my real card. And then to find out, I think it was Tops that came out and said, "No, yeah, that was a counterfeit card."
Holy crap.
But I think it was like big, like obviously social media news because probably everyone's looking at Logan going like, "What an asshole! Why he refused to sign this kid's card saying it's fake?" Well, it was. But I went on. I was reading it online, and he does have an official rookie card that's licensed with WWE and with Tops, but it's a Tops Now. It's a Tops Now card, but it has the RC logo on it, but that is his official one, and it's literally like him. I think he's doing a backflip off the turnbuckle, or I know he's jumping off the turnbuckle. It looks like it's Jey Uso on the announcer table. I think he's doing a backflip off the turnbuckle onto the announcer table, which is crazy. But there's only one PSA slab that I saw that's on
eBay.
eBay, and it's a PSA 9, so I was like, "Eh." But there's two PSA 10s, one's numbered out of 50, the other one's numbered out 25, and they're, like, crazy priced on there, so
But
but I'm telling you, man, I can't wait for the day that he actually gets not a Tops Now card, but, like, an official, like, Tops Chrome, like, "This is your rookie card," and I will for sure 100% get one, like,
really,
100%. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, currently on the WWE roster, Logan, number 1. My number 1 favorite on the roster right now, hands down. Mhm.
he was number one.
Dude, he's so good. Every single match he's in, man, it's so good. Like, it's what he's been able to accomplish in such a short amount of time. I mean, he's wrestling better than a lot of the other superstars on I mean, he's in all the top matches, he's fighting all the top guys, like, he's not in these, like, little gimmicky matches except for I guess the one with Jelly Roll that they did,
Yeah, yeah, I saw
but,
that.
yeah, man, I'm like, I can't wait for him to start getting cards out, like, to start collecting it and having, like, a pretty nice, like, Logan Paul wrestling collection.
It's awesome. Good for you, man.
Yeah, man. That's just, we need to go back to the days of just collect. Do you and this is gonna sound a little conceited, and I know I'm rambling right now. Do you know how many times I have rewatched that clip that we posted about talking about the 52 mantles and, like, how, like, all the little kids are, like, running around, like, playing with 52 mantles? I keep listening over and over, like, just re-listening to that clip and going, like, "Just what happened to the hop?"
Man, it's getting bad. It's getting real bad, actually.
Yeah. Like, just
Like
what
online too. There's like some nasty stuff going on out there.
That's what I'm saying, just all these scammers out there and people making counterfeit cards and, people breaking into hobby shops and all this stuff, like, I mean, now Sam's Club, like, there's photos and videos of them literally walking out with, like, the pallets.
Yeah, pallets full of Pokemon cards, man.
I'm just like, what is happening? What happened to the days where we just, ripped cards and they just slid into a binder and we were just bringing them to school with us and they're sitting, and they're not protected. We're just like throwing them in our pockets.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
would bring my Yu-Gi-Oh cards to school every day, because we were trading at lunch and at recess. You were trading cards.
Traumatized event. I did the same thing, and I left my cards in my pocket, and my mom did the laundry. All my cards destroyed. Some of my
Which
best
ones?
cards too.
Pokemon or
Dude,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh! I had all 5 pieces of Exodia in my deck. I had like a Mirror Force Hollow. Dude,
Wait,
I still
you
have them.
lost all 5 Exodia cards
Yep.
in the
I still
laundry.
have them, and they're just wrinkled to shit. They're
Oh,
destroyed.
man, that's rough.
I know. Yeah. Just like the show. My cards are thrown
Oh,
in the ocean.
man.
But yeah, I'm feeling you on all the sentiment though. Like I don't I I brought them to school to duel/trade. I'm not there trying to like sell, and I'm not trying to bully people into giving me their cards or pulling people out of the hobby. Like, stop collecting, stop buying cards, stop selling cards. You're a bad person. I'm a good person. Like, I'm telling you, man, you guys, I don't think you guys are as active as I am on X/Twitter in terms of
No,
the
I don't
hobby.
even have them.
Good. Yeah. It's nasty, man. Bunch of like adults too. That's the worst part. It's like, we're all adults here and we're
Like, what do
behaving.
you mean by, like, nasty? Like, what's, like
So the most recent, every time I log in to the freaking Jelly Cards X/Twitter account, there's some sort of hobby drama. And the most recent one involved women in the hobby, and like certain women in the hobby um, talking down about another woman. She deactivated her account, and then people started getting up on that other lady because they're like, what the hell? Like, I've known this lady for years, that she was such a great follower, and now she's gone. Like, what's happening to the hobby? And then grown men, like, I don't know what the proper thing to say without sounding bad, but like showing interest in these women in like a inappropriate way, I guess I'll say. And then leading to people getting blocked, slash, I think most recently a guy contacted his lawyer because one of the women, this is like, I don't want to use names, but one of the women started, I guess, harassing him and libel, like committed libel or whatever, was saying things that are false about him and his business.
like,
So,
defamation?
sure. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. So he reached out to his lawyer. Lawyers helping him like sue/slash counter the threats on him and his business/life. And then if you read his post, it's like, you guys don't know me. Like, you don't know what you've started. And it's just like, oh God, man, what are we doing here? Like, can we all
And
just
they're
take
probably
it
not like,
easy?
honestly, they're probably not even, like, top, like, hobby businesses or, like, hobby accounts. Like, it's just people
It's
that
not
are, like
everybody is just people. Like, everybody needs
yeah.
to relax. Like, what? Calm down. It's a piece of cardboard.
We're all nobodies in this. Like, we're not there's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
other than Tom Brady and, like, Mike Rubin and people like that. We're all a bunch of just regular people who like collecting cards, and it's unfortunate that people like Kevin O'Leary have entered into this hobby and have created this monster of a you know of a investment scheme. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like that now. That's like it's just money hungry people that are entering this hobby. They don't give a shit about the cards. They don't care about what they're opening. They don't care about collecting them. And it's all about which card is going to make me the most money though. That's
Yeah,
what I that's what
yeah.
I want. I
It's
want
bad.
whatever card's gonna what card's gonna make me 100K because that's what I want, you know? And it's not even like, and I don't want to rip on like, some of like the social media influencers in the hobby and stuff like that, but you got to stop you got to stop only showing these like 75K deals that like I love watching Mamba cards.
Mama breaks.
No, Mamba cards.
Mamba.
Yeah, not Mama. No, Mamba. Yeah. Not Mama Breaks. She's awesome. I love her content too.
Yeah,
But
she's great too.
Mamba cards is he makes really great He makes really great content. I love watching all his YouTube videos, but he deals like, I mean, dude, you think Roth cards deals in high end? You got to watch a Mamba card video. That guy's dropping like 100K, like almost every single video. His Kobe Bryant collection is insane.
I thought you
It's
were just what? I thought you were gonna talk about him doing like $5, $10 deals.
No, no, but that's the point I'm saying is that's all that's on YouTube. Like, nobody's showing those 5 and $10 deals. You know, all his YouTube videos are, it's like he's buying 101 Kobe's. Yeah, and I mean, dude, he's dropping so much money every single video. And I think he might, I don't know if he's like I think he might be like a day trader or something. I don't know what he does outside of the hobby, but clearly it has made him a lot of money because, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the content's great. I love watching it because I love watching cards, and he's not an asshole,
Yeah,
and that's a great part about it. Like,
that's
he's
awesome.
very friendly to everybody that comes up and wants pictures. He's always, like, handing cards away. Same thing with Roth. They're all great people. It's just like, is that realistic for 85% of the hobby? Is that realistic? I just don't think so. And I think you're putting such an emphasis on, like, look at all these, like, if you buy Jaden, like, look at all of the money that you can be making on it, you know? And I think you're starting to give people, like, you're giving the hobby the wrong impression, in my
Hmm,
you know?
I hear you. Yeah, but that's where we are. It's what people want to see. They want to see the big money spending, and it's just it's like I don't know. You can use it as like a motivation, I guess, to get to that level someday.
It would be great. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we were in that position, it would be fantastic.
Hmm.
Like, because clearly they must do this like full time. Like, it looks as if this is your full time job. Like, Roth is flying to different shows. It looks like on a weekly basis. Like, every single month, he's probably flying to like at least 2 or 3 different shows.
Hmm.
Clearly, this is now your livelihood. YouTube must be paying you a decent penny. You're clearly making a decent amount of money off your cards, whatever other, maybe affiliate marketing or whatever you have, like, partnerships with other. He talks about Card Ladder a lot now, so I'm assuming he probably maybe has some type of partnership with Card Ladder.
Hmm.
Um, it would be great to get to that point, but I never would wanna stray away from the importance of the hobby, which is the collecting, and there's nothing wrong with buying a $5 card. There's nothing wrong with, buying a PSA 10 slab of Braylon Allen, a silver, a purple shock PSA 10 rated rookie for $11. There's nothing
That's
wrong
awesome.
with that, you know? I knew you were gonna love it. I knew you were gonna love my Howie Pollitt card that I
Dude,
bought.
yeah, made my day.
For anybody, and I'll tell a story. Apparently this episode
Yeah, we're
we're
just
just gonna
talking.
tell stories.
My God, we've
Um,
already lost all our listeners.
no, I think people are gonna love this stuff. But yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, so there was a article that Sports Collectors Daily posted, and it was talking about the 1953 top set. And it was just kind of breaking down, like, just the highest sold card from the set, who's been submitted the most, like, via PSA. And so a part of the article was they were talking, of course, about, yeah, who's been submitted the most. Then they also were like, well, if we're going to talk about who's, had the most cards submitted with PSA, let's talk about the player who had the least amount of cards submitted with PSA. And they talked about a player by the name of Howie Pollitt. He has had less than 400 cards submitted via PSA. I think at the time when the article was out, I haven't checked it yet. He's only had 396 cards. There is actually one PSA 10 out of that population count. There is one PSA 10.
Expensive.
So I'm reading this and then I go and I look him up. I was like, okay, how we do. I go on Baseball Reference. I look up the stats. I'm like, wow, he's actually, he was a 3-time All-Star. He 2-time World Series winner, won 2 ERA titles. He played for the Cubs for, I believe, 3 years. So I was like, okay, you know what? Right onto eBay, Greg Morris's page, typed in Howie Pollitt, and boom, he had a couple of them, on an auction, and so I bid on one, put a max bid right away, so I knew I was gonna get it.
So
Won won the card, and I am so excited to get that card in the mail because the moment I get it, I'm gonna get my PSA order ready, go to the local hobby shop, drop it off, and I will be hopefully number 397 in the pop count for Howie Pollitt.
let's hope. Let's hope you don't get beaten up by somebody
I would be really upset if I was not one of the ones under
under 400.
400. Which now, once this video gets
Yeah, we're
posted,
screwed.
Howie Pollitt cards are gonna
Yeah, you're so
skyrocket.
screwed, man. It's gonna be tons of PSA Howie slabs on the market.
But that's like I said in the group chat, I'm like, that's a loot card. Like that is 100% a loot
That is a loot
card.
card.
That is just find, random cards on eBay in PSA slabs or whatever it is, and just have them for your collection. And that is what the hobby's about. Like, it's not about, we all understand it's, there's a lot of money that can be made in it. But when it comes down to it, like, this is what it's about.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best. I love it. Keep buying more, man. I miss it. I miss doing that a lot.
More Howie Pollitt?
Yeah, I just miss buying freaking. You did exactly what I normally do with, or what I used to do when I used to buy vintage. I'd go to the shop, I see a vintage card, don't really know much about the player, look him up, go back, I gotta buy it now. Let's just repeat, rinse and repeat all the time. Or I just read about the set, like 52 top set. I remember I went to Ken's shop in Indiana, and he had a bunch of 52 tops cards, and he offered like all of them to me for maybe $100 or $80, and I was like, okay, I'll take them. Because I just,
Damn, you
yeah,
said all 52?
yeah, it was all 52 tops. Some of them are like in
Wow.
terrible shape. I was like maybe 30 to 40
So
cards,
what?
maybe 50 cards for
Yeah.
$100. I was like, okay, let's
Yeah,
do it.
man. That's awesome.
And they're just sitting in the box now. I should probably get them graded. But yeah, it's how many people are still collecting in the hobby? How many people who have entered the hobby since COVID are collecting? And I don't know, man. It
Probably,
doesn't.
honestly, it's probably a small amount.
Yeah,
Like people might pick up a card here and there, but the bulk of like their purchases, I feel as if they're not collecting.
adults, kids. I'm assuming I hope are collecting.
I don't even think
Oh
I
god,
don't think so, man. Because how many videos do you watch on YouTube where it's a lot they're making deals with kids?
that's true.
Like they are
All the
like they're
time.
making like $100 deals with or even sometimes more. Like, yeah, like
Yeah,
some kids are like wheeling and dealing like thousands of dollars. And they're like 13.
yeah. Look at us.
It's just yeah, man, it's just it's not a good sign for the hobby if that's the new generation and like you're taking away from the importance of it, you know?
Hmm. Okay, I see that. It's a
That's what I'm
great.
saying. Like
Yeah,
it's great that they are involved in the hobby. It's like don't give them the wrong impression that they need to spend thousands
yeah.
of dollars
That's my point.
on sports cards. Like,
And like
oh, the only player that's gonna make me money in the hobby is Jaden Daniels, and I have to spend 4 grand on a rookie card of his in order to make money, you know?
I don't know, man. I don't want to get into it, but I'll just say that if I was a 10 to 15-year-old kid and I asked my parents for $5,000 to buy a card, I probably wouldn't
Your
wake
dad
up for
would
about
whoop
5
my
days.
ass.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
over. Like I'd wake up and it'd be like the next month. It might be Christmas or something. He'd ask if I lost my mind or something. So these kids are making a lot of money. They're wheeling and dealing. They're doing repacks. They're doing whatnot. So like that's awesome to see. Like hell yeah, go get it. Do what you got to do. If you love the hobby and you want to make the hobby your career, I mean, why not start now? But I'm with you, Jason. I don't want other kids to be like, oh, I only have like a $500 collection, and Jimmy has a $5,000 collection, and then feel bad, because that's kind of the impression that I'm starting to get around the hobby. It's like, yeah, all right, this card's worth $50, but I'm not that interested. Just like when I went to the National. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but I took my Pete Crow Armstrong Gold Wave PSA 9 to a booth at the National. And the guy took one look at it and he was like, nah, not interested. Not interested in the wave, Gold Wave. It's like, damn, okay, moving on. And JK can attest to it. I was like,
And it's
geez.
not numbered out of 50.
Yeah. It's PCA rookie
Like
too. In Chicago.
It's a number out of 50, but because it's not a true gold.
Yeah, man. I was like, damn.
Because it's not gonna sell as high as the true gold, and the true gold matters more.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to. And what they want to do is they want to buy that card, they want to turn around and they want to turn and burn and they want to flip it at the show. But I want a true one. I don't want the wave. I don't want the Ray Wave or
Shimmer.
It's gotten to a point where everybody, like, it's almost like tunnel vision. Everybody knows what cards they want. They know what cards are going to sell, and they don't care about what else is around it. If you're not showing me like true blues, true golds, out of 5, a true red for Bowman, or if you're not showing me, kabooms and downtowns and flawless patches out of 10, like, I don't care about it. Like, and it's the sad part about it. It's like, you can't like show up with just unless it's Aaron Judge. Like, I mean, Aaron Judge is like regular, just as regular Bowman Chrome. Yeah, it's just like there's certain players, but you have to reach that level, like of a Patrick Mahomes, of a Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge type of level in order to just sell a base rookie card. But you're not going to sell a base rookie card of just like we were talking about when I sent the Angel Reese 101 kaboom. $32,000 for a raw Angel Reese 101 kaboom? I'm sorry, and that's no offense to Angel Reese, man, but people rip on her online for her ability to play basketball. I mean, other than like Eric said, well, okay, she gets a lot of rebounds. Luke's exactly right. Rebounds aren't going to make people interested in buying your cards. So like you're spending $32,000 on an Angel Reese 101. That's great. Raw. Where's the upside in that card, man?
I mean, she's got a long career ahead of her.
I don't see, like, I mean, sure, yeah, but I just like, and it here, like, he brought up that, and he was just like, oh, about the rebounds. I'm like, okay, if people care so much about like one particular stat that's not like points per game or whatever it is, why isn't Bo Bichette one of the highest valued athletes in the MLB? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to surpass 200 hits this season.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the best player on the Blue Jays, who are going to the postseason more than likely, who actually have a legit shot to win their division. But yet his cards aren't like that. You can buy a Topps Chrome Prism rookie card of his for like $30, man. And that's down from when I bought it at 55. Like,
better buy up, Jason.
His card market has gone down, and he's one of the best like hitters, like contact hitters and average hitters in the game. Nobody cares about that.
Nobody cares. What are you gonna do? $32,000.
You know what I am gonna do? We're gonna go into some show and tell, because it's been 30 minutes and we haven't gotten into show and tell.
So bad. I don't even know, what are we even talking about? We just rambled for half an hour.
There were so many segues that we talked about to get into the actual topic, but we're just reminiscing, man. This is it. We're winging it.
Yeah, this is Luke and Eric's fault.
We're talking shop, man. We are talking shop. True. But speaking of just like cards that you're just buying whatever at the time, I'll show off some. And speaking of Bo Bichette, look at that.
Optic rated rookie.
Yep, this is a raw rated rated rookie of Bo Bichette. This card, I I want to say this one I bought for $20.
Mm.
Yep.
All
Yeah.
the
Rough,
hobby
man.
influencers are pissed.
Yep. Right there. And here's the thing about Panini Donruss baseball or Panini baseball. It's unlicensed. So but this was back in 2020. And then I also have his base rated rookie optic as well. Both legit. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't send them off to get graded. That was the whole point, but I didn't grade them. But I think that was at the time that PSA was getting
Yep.
flooded with cards, and I just was like, I just didn't send them. I'm sure. So I paid 12, no, 15. I might have paid like $12 or $15 for the base one. I know I paid $20 for the optic hollow. And I for sure know I just listed them on my eBay page. Like I was telling you, I was just going through my boxes and I'm like, okay, I think it's probably time to move some of these cards that have just been sitting there. I'm sure I'm gonna sell both of these cards for less than $10. And I put them in a
But yeah,
lot.
nice.
They're gonna sell for less than. I would be shocked if I got $8 for them.
It's
You
okay.
know? And then, real quick, I got one more. So this is actually really cool card, but I'm just not a fan of him. He's a great baseball player, but for me to keep the card, it's not that big of a deal to me. Check out this. It's a black and white
Is that
Andrew
McCutcheon?
McCutcheon. Yeah, it's a black and white Andrew McCutcheon when he played on the Phillies from 2020 Topps Big League Baseball. It's numbered out of 50.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's numbered out of 50. It's been just chilling in my box. I think occasionally I've always like looked it up to see like if it was, what it was selling for. Obviously it's Topps Big League. One of like it's like a step up from like opening day. It's like
Yeah.
these cards aren't valuable, but man, back in the day in 2020, you could pull some heat from Big League baseball, man.
Yeah, you could.
So this was one of my. You remember the
Yeah,
Andrew
sure.
Jones auto I pulled?
Dude,
I
that's what I
pulled
was just
from it,
thinking of. Andrew
and I
Jones, I
pulled
think.
that from a Fat Pack.
Yeah. Sandy Alcantara too, right?
Yes, mhm.
Yeah.
I think
and I got a Nico
you
Horner
pulled
auto
it.
too.
Yeah. Yep. I got a
Kept that.
Hunter Harvey. I think that's his name. I don't even think he even plays in the league anymore. Yeah, those are just somewhat like I said. Like I was looking through my boxes and trying to find some cards that maybe I can finally move and start adding to my collection of Duke Snyder or B Drill or Lycan Rock, whoever.
Yes.
Start working on because I sold that Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra card, and that money was supposed to go towards a 1952 Topps Duke Snyder. And you know what I did? I went to a damn hobby shop and I bought that Cleffa
Oh,
instead.
see?
Yeah, I
That's what
know.
happens,
And
man.
and then I walked
So
out of the
bad.
shop and it's a cool card, but I'm just like, and then I went onto my watch list and I took the 52 Topps off my watch list because I'm like, I just spent that money now. I
Big
know,
mistake.
sad. Yeah, it
Very
was.
sad.
Yeah,
But hopefully Cleffa
what'd you
will go
get?
up.
Hopefully, it is already going up. So
Hell yeah. So this card, I got this card back from a PSA submission recently, along with all the Pete Crow Armstrongs that I sent, and the Shotas and Eric's Pete Crow Armstrongs. This is a 2024 Upper Deck Series 1 Frank Nazar Young Guns Outburst in a PSA 10.
nice. Is that numbered?
No, they're not numbered.
Or that's just the.
It's the silver outburst.
That's
so
the
I think
silver.
the red outburst
is
is out of
numbered.
25, and then there's also the gold 1 of 1, which I don't believe has surfaced, but if it does, I would love to get it. Not gonna happen though, too expensive. So yeah, I sent this card 2 other Nazar autos that both got like 7 and 8 that are unfortunately now in my box with their grades. Thinking about cracking them, but big Blackhawks fan, excited for Nazar. Hope he does really well. Hawks just extended him too, so he's going to be a Blackhawk for a while, and I hope he's part of like the core that they're trying to build to bring the Hawks back to the glory days of
him,
only
Bedard,
10 years ago.
And Lucas Reichel, man.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know about Reichel, actually. I think he's not having a good past couple of years. But
Yeah, I think he had a down year last year. I don't think it was good. Not as good as like his. I think it was his rookie year that he
Hmm.
played really well.
Yeah, yeah. But
Because I
that's my
remember
guy.
I went to a Blackhawks game with my girlfriend and watched him play, and then instantly left the game and was right on eBay looking at Lucas Reichel cards.
Damn right. It's the
Because that's what
best.
happens. That's what happens, man.
Can't help ourselves.
You can't help ourselves, and apparently the hobby can't help themselves either. Because let's get into the topic of conversation. It was announced that we just hit another record-breaking month for online card sales, which is the third consecutive month in a row. And in the month of August, $416 million was spent on sports cards and trading cards. And that's just online.
Yeah,
That's
public
either
sales.
that's eBay. It's basically whatever sale that was like publicly like put out there. And this is like that was that was able to be verified. I believe it was Card Ladder that does all that comes up with the numbers and everything, and they were able to say that, yeah, $416 million. And I think they said that's not even going to be the exact number because I think they're waiting for more data to come out, so that 416 more than likely is gonna jump. Yeah, man. And like I
Insane.
said, like I said in the group chat, how many of those sales were collectors' pieces? Like how many of those $416 million sales went to actual collectors for like an actual collector's card, and
Do you
it
think it's
wasn't.
more or less than half?
I would say honestly less.
Yeah.
I would probably say less than 50% of those were like true collector's items. Like I do not plan on selling this card at all.
Hmm. I think you're right. I
Now,
think
granted, Heritage sold a $13 million card. Caitlin Clark, I think, had just another 2 cards sell for over $500,000. I know there was a private sale of a LeBron gold RPA numbered out of 23 from Upper Deck Exquisite that sold, I think, for 5.4 million or something like that. So obviously there's some outliers,
yeah. Yeah.
but still, like, I'll bet you how many of those sales do you think were north of like a million?
That's a great
Or at
question.
least like how many of those sales, let's just say, were north of 500 like 500K?
Like just one
Do you
card
think
for that much money?
yeah, like how many one card sale for that was like 500,000 or more. Like how many, what's the percentage of that 416 was made up of those type of cards?
Great point. I'm
Like
gonna guess.
25%?
Yeah. That seems high, but like at least 10 to 15%.
I was about to say, yeah, like maybe we'll go 10%. 10% of that was probably
Yeah, $40 million
that
worth of
much.
cards from like who knows, maybe 30 to 50 cards. Crazy, man. That's where the hobby's at. How exciting is that too? I know it's a lot of
I mean,
money. It's like, oh my god, here
it's
comes all this
really
money.
exciting because yeah, it's like, it's crazy when people who are not a part of the hobby find out that like, wait, sports
Dude,
cards sell for that much money? Do you know a person by the name of Ryan Serhan? Do you know that name? Okay, so Ryan Serhan, he's a big like real estate guy, like one of like the top like real estate agents like probably in the world. He now owns his own like real estate firm in the state of New York. He also has now, if you and your wife want to watch a show one night, you can go on Netflix and watch the show Owning Manhattan because that's his Netflix show, and it's just like that. What?
Gilmore Girls season. So I'm
Oh
busy.
God.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But anyways, if you guys want to watch a show, Owning Manhattan. So he was also part of a previous Bravo show that was like back in the day. It was called Million Dollar Listing on Bravo. And I think that show started in like 2010, 2012, whatever. So he was young.
Okay, let's go. Who is this guy? What's going
Yeah.
on? Jesus
So yeah,
Christ.
I was so I was watching a clip and it was him and it looked like it was probably a skit. and he was told that somebody offered him a $500,000 sports card in exchange, like as payment for a house.
Sweet.
Like, hey, I want to buy this house. It's $500,000. I'll give you this baseball card that's worth $500,000. And he was talking to two of like the people that work for him, and he's like, "Oh, like are sports cards like, is this an actual trade?" Like, and so they're going through this whole thing, and he goes, "Oh well," and he pulls out his briefcase and he opens it up. He has a Topps Chrome card
Oh
from
my
V
God.
Friends.
Oh God.
Yep, he has a dude. Not only does he have a Topps Chrome card from V Friends, because it's like this whole like entrepreneur like spotlight that I think Gary V did on him.
Mhm.
He's got numbered cards, he's got autos, he has a 101.
I don't.
You know what
I
I
don't.
did?
Oh God,
I bought
Jason.
one of his Topps Chrome cards
You stupid
for
son of a bitch.
$6.
What?
I bought one of his, yeah, but I bought it because I knew my girlfriend was gonna be like, she was gonna find that funny because we love
Okay, fine.
we loved watching Owning Manhattan. We're big Bravo fans, and we loved watching him on Million Dollar Listing. So
Okay, fine.
when I saw, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I need to have one of his cards. And I was gonna surprise her with it and let her open up the package. And then this morning I just showed her anyways. I showed her she thought it was fake. She was like, what are you showing me? She was like, that's not real. And then I showed her my order number and she was like, oh my God, that's real. I said, yeah. I
Okay,
said, he had one. So
that's cool.
yeah, man, like is my $6 like card affecting this force?
Way
You
to
know
go,
what I mean?
Jason. Yeah, you're in the
But
pot that's been
how
stirred.
many of those cards are in that $416 million like total price, total sale?
I hope a lot. I really do. But
Because
I don't know.
those are the type of cards that like, it's just funny to me. Like I bought that card for $6 from your favorite seller on eBay. Yep.
COMC? Oh wow, strike two,
COMC.
man. Strike two. COMC, if you ever watch
Yep.
this podcast episode, I want
Unblock 'em.
somebody on the podcast. I want somebody from that company on this podcast so we can hash out our problems. Because I'm still pissed. Really pissed. Well, how
But
dare
yeah,
you, Jason?
that's where I bought it from. Yeah, but I did. Well, it's just because like they're a trusted, to me, they're a trusted seller. Like everybody else, like selling the cards. Like I've bought from them many times before. So I'm like $6. Like I'm gonna buy the card, and it was I probably overpaid for it.
Yeah, way to go. Hope you're happy. But these, I don't want to. He has a V Friends card of him, or is it like a different
No, it's of him.
set? Oh, okay. Okay.
No, it's a Topps Chrome card, but it's from I'm assuming his V Friends set in Topps Chrome, and it's like, yeah, it says on the bottom. Oh, I'll just go on my eBay page and
Yeah.
tell you what it says on the card. Yeah, so it literally just says entrepreneur, Elf's favorite entrepreneurs. So I don't know what like the Elf thing is, because it's a 2025 Chrome V Friends entrepreneur, Elf favorite entrepreneurs, Ryan Stern.
Whatever. Cool. Good purchase.
Yeah, man.
What
Yeah.
what was the card that was offered for the house? It was Topps Chrome cards?
I can't remember.
Oh,
What
okay.
the actual card was, but they just said the card. He said the buyer said the card's worth 500 grand.
Okay. Sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what the hobby's about, man. Those purchases is what the hobby is about. Like that's what you should be buying into.
Yeah.
Sure, like sure you can buy those cards that can make you, that can make you money, and we do it all the time, of course.
Of course.
We have a ton of listings on our eBay page. Like we understand the hobby business part of it, but like
Nothing wrong
it's
with
just
buying a
not what
collection card.
there's nothing wrong with it, and don't forget about that is what I'm trying to get at. But let me ask you something. When you hear $416 million was spent on just online alone on cards and trading cards, like what's your initial thought? Like first thought that pops to your head.
Okay. First thought, excitement. Immediate second thought, worry. If that kind of makes a little bit of sense. I'm excited because The number's just going to keep going up, man. It's not going to stop. These are just the public sales, 416 million. I'm going to guess including private sales, we're at least at 500 million. I wouldn't be surprised if we're at like 600, 700 million. High end, super expensive deals go down privately. So there's that. And I feel like it was just sports cards, not TCG too. But
No, it said
it's
sports
both?
and trading cards.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop. And the exciting thing about it is that more and more people are just going to keep entering the hobby. The thing that worries me is when numbers get this high, the sharks like Kevin O'Leary start entering the water. And that could lead to I don't know, just we're gonna get way too like I don't want to say political, but too personal. Every time money takes over anything, just gets, in my opinion, 100 times worse. My example is the MLB. Your example on this podcast episode was the WWE. I just feel like it's they're gonna start catering to the people that spend the most money, and it's not gonna bode well for
They
people in the
already
hobby.
are.
Yeah, it's not gonna bode well for someone who wants to buy a Topps Chrome rookie card for $5, or they want to collect the Topps Chrome rookie card. I can't open a box of Topps Chrome in 5 years without spending $500. So I think that's what worries me. But we'll see what happens, man. I shouldn't be so pessimistic. I try to always stay optimistic. And if the numbers keep going up, I hope it means well for Jelly Cards and Jelly Cards business and my personal collection value in case anything ever happens to me and somebody wants to sell it. Hopefully it means good things for that. But what about you, Jason? Because I know Jason has been preaching it for probably 3 years.
We're getting priced out.
4 years.
I've been saying this almost since the start of us doing the Jelly Cards podcast, which was back in 2022. I mean, I think the moment they announced that Fanatics was, buying out Top, I said it to begin with, we're getting priced out of the hobby. It's happening. We're seeing it. We are seeing it and living it. That's the exact reason why I think a lot of people are just moving to singles. Wax is going to the breakers, and like
repacks, man. Repacks too.
And repacks. That's the thing. Like, people are realizing that wax prices they're out of control. Retail, you can't even go to a Target and buy affordable boxes off the shelves at a Target or a Walmart, because not only do they now cost like $60 for a mega box, there's nothing in there that's going to be worth anything. I might as well just toss that money in the garbage next to the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. Panini Flawless, Immaculate, all National Treasures. The average Joe collector can't buy those boxes. Those are like $20K boxes. Just for a box is like $20K. So what you're doing is you're putting the best cards in the $20K boxes. And then you're leaving us with the sets that we can afford, but they're not going to do anything for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're setting the average Joe collector up for failure right off the bat, because you're catering to the Kevin O'Learys. You're catering to the Jeff Wilsons. That's what you're doing. You're catering to the people who can drop loads and loads of money on multiple boxes of Flawless at $20,000 a box, because they're the ones that are going to be dishing out that cash. And those are the cards that now are selling for millions of dollars. And some billionaire needs
right
a $1 million card. Like, what do they need that card for? But now those sets that we can afford, those Topps Chromes, now Topps Chrome Megas are $60, and you're pulling crap, man.
Yep, big time.
The chances of you actually pulling something out of it are it's slim to none. It's slim to none. Hobby boxes now for, Topps Chrome, Bowman Draft, like, they're getting ridiculously high, and it's you're pricing us out. Like, it's not even worth buying into those anymore. Look at Pokemon, man.
Dude,
ETBs.
I'm pissed.
ETBs.
I'm pissed.
$100.
I
Like,
hate that. I
because
hate it a
you
lot.
can't even find them at the stores anymore, man. So now you have to buy off these scalpers, and they're $100 a box. You have booster boxes that are 250 plus, and the set sucks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like Journey Together. You could buy a Journey Together booster box for like 253, and that
Mhm.
set is terrible. But I still have to spend $250 on a booster box.
Just to open up
You're
some damn Pokemon
pre-selling,
cards.
you're pre-selling Mega Evolution for over $300 for a booster, $2,000 for a case. I used to look at cases of boosters, man, for like $600.
I remember that. The hell were
This
we?
is where the hobby has moved to. You're pre-selling at like 3x, man.
Yeah. That's
And
actually
then tell me we're getting priced out of the hobby without telling me we're getting priced out. A case of booster boxes is $2,000.
who do you blame for those prices?
Us.
What?
I
You do?
blame the consumer. Like, I blame the consumer, because why? It's because we are, we love this hobby too much that we have to spend that money. It's the same thing that people get so mad about as people who buy off scalpers in Pokemon. They make so many videos. Stop buying from the scalpers. Stop buying from the scalpers. But what are we supposed to do? Not buy what we love to buy? You
Correct.
know what I mean? Because then you go online and you try to buy a single, and you go, why is this card $1,500 OBO?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is going on? I can't look at Cubs prospects without having to spend a few $100 on it, and every single one of them are listed just outrageously expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See.
It's like, it's sad, man.
Yeah. So I agree with a lot of the things you said, but back when you first brought it up,
And it's not just the consumers. I know I blame, like I said it, but it is not just. It is the money hungry companies like Fanatics and Panini and
bingo,
all of them
bingo.
that are
Yeah,
looking
man.
at us and they're
Nintendo.
just preying on the weak.
Yeah.
We're just, the Pokemon Company, Nintendo, they're all just preying on the weak. That's
All
what
of them, man. They're all laughing all the way to the bank because they know. I said it in the group chat. This might be a trigger warning for people. We're all a bunch of gambling addicts, and all these other companies are just taking advantage of it. And I'm going to stick to my guns because when you first brought up us being priced out of the hobby, and just like the average Joe collector being priced out of the hobby, what you said there at the end is like my argument for why that won't happen. Are cards going up in price? Absolutely. But there are people like us, like me for sure, personally, that are so passionate that, yeah, maybe I can't buy a $13 million Jordan Kobe card, but I can go on our eBay page.
Can you buy a Kobe card though?
A Kobe card? Like I'm getting that. I can go to our eBay
Like,
page,
not just.
and I can buy a Jordan slab for $5, and I'm gonna buy that because I'm a collector. So sure, it's not worth a lot of money, and maybe nobody else wants it, but I'll still be in the hobby buying my cards that I want, and I'll be collecting. And who knows, one day down the line, somebody else will be like, "Yo, I didn't even know this card existed. Now I want it. I'll pay a good amount of money for it," because that's where the hobby's heading. Yes, these big high-end cards get a lot of publicity to get a lot of hype. People see the $70,000 card show videos and they're like, hell yeah, let's go to card shows, let's spend a lot of money. But in the shadows, I guess I'll say, and like in the in the dollar bins of card shows, there's going to be a lot of collectors still digging and finding cards for good money. And another thing that I wanted to say that now is slipping my mind. I guess you'll have to come back to me.
Well, real quick,
It's
It's kind of crazy too because you see so much money that is being spent in the hobby. $416 million online. But then, man, you go to like a national, the Chicago Spectacular, any of these big shows, and people are, as Eric likes to say, dumpster diving in value boxes.
Exactly.
So it's
That's right.
like it's almost like you're either on one side of the hobby or you're on the other side of the hobby.
Interesting
Because
thought.
some people will sit in front of those value boxes. That's all they look at. That's
That's
all
what
they
you
look at
should be doing.
when they go to shows. But here's the thing though. They're not going through those value boxes because they're trying to find cheap cards to just throw, to have for their collection. They're
Mhm.
trying to find those mistake cards. How many people do you think are really going through a value bin and they're actually just looking to try to see if they can get a cool card? They might stumble upon a cool card, but what they're doing is they're seeing because how many people online post videos on YouTube about, "Oh god, I was looking in this
Found a what
value
a
bin
what.
and this person had this card listed for $2 and I looked online and it's a $50 card. Oh, look at that."
Oh, please.
That's
That's
not why everybody that's why everybody hunts in value. I'm like, it's again like you see it's still just they're still just money hungry looking in these value bins and just hoping that they're gonna come across that mistake.
see.
What
Okay.
that upset you? I see
I
that
did
upset
upset
you.
you.
Why
Yeah.
did that
What
upset
the
you?
hell? A lot of people are in the value bins building sets, first of all. Second of all, a lot of people are in the value bins to collect cards that they want, for sure. And that's the people that are in the value bins are on the side of the hobby that I'm involved in. So I support those people.
How many people do you think are actually in value bins
Good
trying
amount.
to
By collecting cards. Or, yeah, sure, maybe they are. I'll say, if not more than 50%, I'll say close to 50% of the people are there to find a card that's um, like valued, that's put at $2 price when it's really a $50 card. They want to buy those so they can flip them. Sure, that's fine. But at least they're there doing that and they're not showing off and flexing their $80,000 card deals at the National and vlogging about it and posting it for the world to see. Those people are there because they love the hobby. They love buying cards, they love flipping cards, they love collecting cards, and they want to go find some cool cards. So I support that. And the thing that I wanted to mention was the companies, Fanatics, Panini, which I don't know how long that's going to go. Upper Deck, even name it. You name whoever the hell you want. Creating companies. I've talked about it a billion times. They're part of the problem. Has the cost to make a box of cards gone up 4 times in the past 4 years? Absolutely not. Does it cost Nintendo $300 to print a booster box? Without a doubt in my mind, it costs less than $120. I'm almost certain. I don't even care if there's tariffs or if the cost of cardboard has gone up. Nintendo is a multi-billion-dollar company. Fanatics is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they're just going to keep raising those prices until it gets to the point where people aren't going to buy because they can. And so that is exactly what I want people to do. If you go to Target, you go to Walmart, you see that retail stuff, and it's selling for $60, don't even touch it. It's gotten to the point now that that includes Pokemon too. If I see Pokemon now, I might get pissed off and be like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to buy it. But I'm alone in that because there are people who will love collecting and love the hobby and love just freaking buying a $60 freaking box just to make $5 and they're going to clean the shelf because they can buy 20 of them and make $100. So yeah, man, now you got me pissed off because
well, look at this and I posted that with the NFL Shields. So for this coming football season, all the award winners from last year's NFL season, they're all going to be wearing gold NFL shields on their jerseys. Do you think that's just a cool thing that they're doing?
absolutely not.
Or do you think Fanatics and Topps said, "Hey, they're going to wear that throughout the season and then we're going to pop them off and we're going to stick them into a card and we're going to put a 101 serial number on it and we're going to send it off." and let the hobby chase yet another, you know, $1 million card because it's Josh Allen's gold shield.
Hmm.
Like,
Hey, so
so
there's
that's
two
that
there's
is
two
what
sides to that coin. Like, one, I do love that they're like at least making these cool cards.
I love that they're involving the sports now. I do
Yes.
love that they're involving the sports,
Yes.
but I know how much that's gonna cost,
Hmm. Exactly. So I it's
and
like
we're not gonna be able to buy.
it's a wolf in sheep's clothing,
Maybe.
honest to God. That's all it is. Because, like, yeah, oh, wow, we're telling people that it's so cool. We're doing it for the hobby. We're making these cards so people can collect them. But by the way, this box is going to be 10K if you're interested. Because you could get a gold shield auto. And it's like, what? Who does it? I want to know numbers so bad, man. I want to know how much it costs to make one box at all these companies. And I want to know their profit margins. I wish I did, because then we could have a really great
You
episode.
probably can look that up. Somebody probably put that. It's probably online somewhere, like how much it costs or an
Probably a
estimate.
bunch of it's probably a bunch of NDAs, but I guess maybe somebody has probably done it. If not, AI will do it eventually. Just ask AI, hey, how much would it cost to make a 500 card box from Tops? I'm like, do $100, and they're just gonna lose my shit. But
And
yeah,
how about this? Panini's releasing all those Patrick Mahomes autos this year, and they're just going to be randomly placed in a bunch of sets throughout the rest of the year until they lose the license for football.
hmm,
You think those are going to be cheap cards to buy, or every single one of those cards going to be thousands of dollars?
that's yeah, that kind of ties
Because this
into
is the
the.
first time that he's signed a card since what I think 2020.
Hmm.
I think 2020 was the last time he signed a card, and now they're like, "Hey, let's basically do a whole run of Patrick Mahomes autos, and we're just gonna randomly send them out in different sets."
I mean, man, we haven't really talked about repacks on an episode yet, but we should, because that's what people have to resort to now. Why if I spend $5,000 on a box of cards or a case of cards, I could get jack shit. If I join a repack for 5K and I buy,
Arena Club.
yeah, exactly, I buy 20 spots or something, I could hit a card worth more than 5K and actually make some money. And people notice that, and it's kind of sad to think about because it's just like you're feeding into the
But
addiction
even that,
hardcore.
like, what's the likelihood that you're like? I understand that there's certain cards like they'll advertise like, oh, you can hit this card, but like, what's the likelihood of you actually hitting that card?
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's like
what's
the Arena Club ones. Like I know it's like the I think the Ruby packs or something is like like, hey, you can have a possibility of hitting some major card. But again, it's just like you know, Backyard Breaks had that whole scandal where supposedly the value of their boxes was X amount of money and they were putting in like $50 cards max into the boxes.
exactly how much do you trust the people
But
running the
because they
repacks?
react like a they react such a, crazy way on their streams, oh, you think you're hitting a good card and then you get the card, you look it up and you go, "Oh, this card's only worth like $50." You
Yeah,
know?
it's crazy, man. A
Can
horrible
you not be
episode.
romantic about the
Yeah,
hobby?
no, we did was just freaking complain the whole time.
Yeah, but you know what though? It's like these are true feelings, We talk a lot of, every single time we have a podcast episode, we're so structured. We have all these topics, that topic. It's nice to just kind of wing it and just, talk shop and, get in our feelings and talk about the hobby that we love, man. Like we both love this hobby. Jelly loves this hobby. We love collecting cards. We love selling cards. Like that's, we understand that it is fun. It's a lot of fun. It's fun to profit on a card. There's nothing better than walking away knowing that you just bought a card and it went up. Like, hey, I was right about this card and it went up in value. Like, but you know, if you're gonna do that, and if unless you're just turning around and using that money to buy something else, don't don't forget just use that money and buy a collector's card. Don't run out and go to a hobby shop and buy a PSA 10 Cleffa from
Yeah.
Obsidian Flames that you're not planning on keeping. You know what I mean? Like when that card was meant for Duke Snyder.
Mm, yeah. Oh well.
All right. You want to wrap us up?
I guess so. No, thank you everybody for listening. I am going to apologize for the first like half hour of the podcast episode. Don't even remember what the hell we were talking about. That's how many tangents we went on. I think it had something to do with the 400 something million dollars that was spent in the past month, our reaction to that. So if you want to reach out to us and talk about any of the things we talked about, you can find us on Instagram, X, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, at Jellycards, JELICARDS. We have our podcast on both Apple and Spotify. If you enjoy the podcast, please, please, please give us a rating. It would mean a lot to me. I would really appreciate that. We also post it on YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Shout out to Jason over there. He works his ass off trying to put clips up, and he posts the podcast.
Road
and
to
everything.
1K.
Yeah, road to 1K followers, subscribers would be awesome. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Jason puts a lot of work into that, and we're thankful, and he should be rewarded. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I'm excited to see how the football season is starting up. First game is tomorrow. We're recording on Wednesday, September 3rd. So September 4th, kickoff time. I'm excited for that. Even if you want to talk about that.
First Monday night football game, man. Bears Vikings.
Yeah, you can reach out to us for that too. Like Jason said, and just to take away from this entire episode, Jelly Cards Podcast was formed to talk shop. We love the hobby. We love collecting cards. We love buying cards. We love selling cards, holding cards, trading cards, ripping packs. We love it so much that we are addicted. And if you are a fellow addict, please, by all means, reach out. Thank you, everybody. Hope we have an amazing weekend and an amazing week ahead. And as always, keep spreading the love of this hobby from your friends at Jelly Cards.